You already know though. Man, we talking dragons in the atmosphere. Dragons are popping off. They just tuning in. Fourth wave. Nine spiral. Caramello. Yosef the Real hit me with another strudel fresh out the oven, man. I'm always grateful to to breathe on it with the nagas, you know what I'm saying? To light them up, enjoy the flow, man. We over here, man, in real time, in battle time, my naga. Go ahead and click on the link. I put it up here for y'all to download. But for now, we just gonna fall back, man. You come over here, you download the drop. You get the latest strudel out the oven. Caramello got it up on his SoundCloud already. We'll make sure we put the link on there for you. So you got it on the SoundCloud. The Caramello, Ahab. I'm going to get our SoundCloud caught up with all this drop tracks. I know we got a lot of drop tracks. I'm going to make sure they're all right there. Tribal Mafia, SoundCloud. Look out for Night Spiral. Let's go, man. Yosef, let's pop off, man. Dragons in the atmosphere, man. We seeing them validating the script, validating the flow. Yosef, what it do? Caramello. Hey, man, we call this one a drop feature presentation, my knocker. They just tuning in. Fourth wave, you dig? Drop feature presentation, man. Let go.
Fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it, oh, I filter them. 432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it, oh, I filter them.
Rigorous, resilient, bona fide, prevalent. Building a fortress, prepare for something more devastating. Release the energy, press the rough, start levitating, level the plan. Could bridge the gap between the weak. I resist the temptation, Naga don't waver. I rely upon the power this greater. Cripple the ground to be standing on, reversing these curses. Problematic to the bullshit. You claiming the land that don't belong to you anyway. We in the water, fourth wave swimming in ether. Keeping the cold, detox the body, heavy magnesium, copper thread, and wisdom embedded. We sanctify this knowledge and spread it amongst the tribe. Our guns on deck, keep the energy flowing freely. Fourth wave in effect, infinite waters take a dive. For real, let go.
432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it, oh, I filter them. 432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it, I filter them.
Many roads but none lead to salvation. Many lost but none held the nation. No republic or democracy. These corporations are hypocrisy. Misinformed population don't know their history. Such a tragedy. Propaganda made a reverse psychology. Breaking spells, spitting ghetto philosophy. From the beam to the third world with my fist of anarchy. And though I seek peaceful measures, I know they just want to enslave us. But we equip with knowledge and berettas. Crazy fellas and also professors. Priests, kings, chop down oppressors. In a time out of place, manifest the scriptures. From the slums of the world, we paint the pictures. Street wizards, no stress, expose the game from the stone builders. It's time to shine bright, spread unity, never divide. Together we stronger, these demons lie. The great revealing, darkness shall come out to light. Fist in the air, we ready to fight. Rolled up, pass me the light. Meditate, let me get right. Praise the most high, Jacobite. Remember, the last shall be first. Reclaim your birthright.
432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it, oh, I filter them. 432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it. Oh, I feel the
OG from the land of Mu, they call me Muan. Matter of fact, I'd rather be Muan than a Klingon or a Klingon. Yo, they looking at us like it's on, man. Everybody want to have some fun because it's the fourth wave. Turn it to the water. Yeah, man, we over here on that board. We still surfing. I'm the Silver Surfer. Matter of fact, I'm in the metaphysical philosopher's stone. You know, the one that gives you life even when you get old. Even when you get a flashback, man, you want to take a bath, maybe 6 in a fountain, man. You coming over here, man, just to turn back to 36. Nah, man, I want that 32, though. I need that extra 4 years because they gave us a 4-year shift. Gregorian, yeah, man, historian. Get my board, get my DeLorean. Matter of fact, call me Nestorian, because I got a wise counsel, you know what I'm saying? We over here surfing on them, man. We swagged out, swag frequency. Doing it, man, for the real Regency, for the Regals. We over here for the Negroes, for the Hebos. We over here for the real ones, for my peoples. Can you dig it?
Fourth wave just popping off. The track just tuned in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it. Oh, I feel it. 432, fourth wave just popping off. The track just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it. Oh, I feel it. Got the offer with this matrix, got the offer with a mind, got the offer with this copper core, I got the offer with this 35% HP uncut raw, got the offer triangle bluey detox, parasites in the body, with this sodium carbonate do magnesium elevate the body, press the bags, replenish you I had, step in my hand, walking through the world full of emotions, I spiral for separation, like how Ahab, Psalms 2:7, New Testament, bearing false witness, Isaiah 3:5, research, 3, 4, 5, I will send the God priest, Elijah, to line in, so we finna continue to ascend, oh I send it, oh I feel the devil, 432, fourth wave, just
雷电那样的都着火了，这是。
It'll be dope if that's how that track ended, though. Shimmer. Love the 9 spiral, man. Hey, y'all mind it, man? Y'all mind if we hit this with a do play? Hey, man, pop off for the bros, man. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's all happening. Yeah. Oh, man. Hold up, man. There we go.
432, fourth wave just popping off. The track just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it. Oh, I feel the depth. 432, fourth wave just popping off. The track just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it. Oh, I feel the depth.
Rigorous, resilient, bona fide, prevalent. Building a fortress, prepare for something more devastating. Release the energy, press the rock, start levitating, level the plan. Clear bridge the gap between the weak. I resist the temptation, Naga don't waver. I rely upon the power this greater. Cripple the ground to be standing on, reversing these curses. Problematic to the bullshit. You claiming the land that don't belong to you anyway. We in the water, fourth wave swimming in ether. Keeping the cold, detox the body, heavy magnesium, copper thread, wisdom embedded. We sanctify this knowledge and spread it amongst the tribe. Our guns on deck, keep the energy flowing freely. Fourth wave in effect, infinite waters take a dive. For real, nigga.
432, fourth wave just popping off. The track just tuning in, so we finna continue to
lead to salvation. Many lost but none helped the nation. No republic or democracy. These corporations are hypocrisy. Misinformed population don't know their history. Such a tragedy. Propaganda made a reverse psychology. Breaking spells, spitting ghetto philosophy. From the beat of the third world with my fist of anarchy. And though I seek peaceful measures, I know they just want to enslave us. But we equip with knowledge and berettas. Crazy fellas and also professors. Priests, kings, chop down oppressors. In a time out of place, manifest the scriptures. From the slums of the world, we paint the pictures. Street wizards, no stress, expose the game from the stone builders. It's time to shine bright, spread unity, never divide. Together we stronger, this demon's life. The great revealing, darkness shall come out to light. Fist in the air, we ready to fight. Rolled up, pass me the light. Meditate, let me get right. Praise the Most High, Jacob right. Remember, the last shall be first. Reclaim your birthright.
32, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it, oh, I felt it down. 432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I send it, oh, I felt it down.
OG from the land of Mu, they call me Muan. Matter of fact, I'd rather be Muan than a Klingon or a Klingon. Yo, they looking at us like it's on, man. Everybody want to have some fun because it's the fourth wave. Turn it to the water. Yeah, man, we over here on that board. We still surfing. I'm the Silver Surfer. Matter of fact, I'm the metaphysical philosopher's stone. You know, the one that gives you life even when you get old. Even when you get a flashback, man, you want to take a bath, maybe 6 in a fountain, man. You coming over here, man, just to turn back to 36. Nah, man, I want that 32, though. I need that extra 4 years because they gave us a 4-year shift. Gregorian, yeah, man, historian. Get my board, get my DeLorean. Matter of fact, call me Nestorian, because I got a wise counsel, you know what I'm saying? We over here surfing on them, man. We swagged out, swag frequency. Doing it, man, for the real Regency, for the Regals. We over here for the Negroes, for the Hebos. We over here for the real ones, for my people. Can you dig it?
Fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it, oh, I feel it, yeah. 432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in, so we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it, oh, I feel it. This world got to offer what this matrix got to offer. What a mind got to offer. What this copper core got to offer. What this 35% HP uncut raw got to offer. Triangle Louis detox. Parasites even revive. What this sodium carbonate do? Magnesium elevate the body. Press the bags, replenish you I had. Step in my hand. Walking through a world full of emotions. I spiral for separation. Like Ahab, Psalms 2:7.
Oh, no. Let's get that.
Very false witness. 3 and 5. Research. 3, 4, 5. I will set the God priest. Elijah just tuning in. So we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it. Oh, I feel the devil. 432, fourth wave, just popping off. The tribe just tuning in. So we finna continue to ascend. Oh, I said it. Oh, I feel the devil.
Bang, popping off, man. We over here tab surfing with the best of them because we dropping fresh strudels out the oven. Love again to Yosef the Real, 9 Spiral, Carameo. Go check out Carameo's SoundCloud. Click the link below. And yeah, man, you already know, man. It's all happening here, man. Hey, try what it do, man. We tribing up. You know, we've been showing these clips from what 9 Spiral just dropped, man. Hey, we gonna dig on that right quick. You know what I mean? First, man, let's give some Ahab, man, to the bro, man. My jigger, man. He been dropping fresh strudels. Let's get his latest, man. This is called Back, man. You better back. You better back. You better back. Hey, man, let's go, man. get this My Jigga flow. Make sure you get the drop. You know what I mean? Just come over here. You know, click the one you want to dig on, and you got it, man. You know, we're gonna make it real easy for you, and we'll probably have a whole vibe suite just full of just the tribe's music, man. You know what I'm saying? So the vibe suites are coming. So much is getting caught up to, you know what I'm saying? And we had a good place, man. I think we're in a good cruising altitude to be able to have a good perspective and a good vantage point on what's happening. We see buildings being lit up on fire. We got a good perspective and a great vantage point as to what's really popping off, man. My Jigga, what it do, man? Drop feature presentation, man. Are they gonna tell me to download it? Or are they got it? Oh, we got it, man. We in here. Back. Digging on this Sandman, yeah, man. Let go.
Hey, 2, 3, these going crazy. Buzzing down a beat, can't help standing on my feet. And it's 9 be my heat, so I ain't here on my own. And it's silence on my phone, because all I need is shallow hit from the bump. Cold showers, then I'm done. Too much fun, you can go numb. Too much gum, you can go dumb. Too much yawn up in that hump. Probably just does up in that gun. But you steady pressing me though. I'm a long way from crossroad. Put here to perfect my flow, but you still pressing me, ho. Bust a bitch and let's get out. Here to you and let's get out. I was born to make it out. For had baby hair on my scalp. For had taste buds in my mouth. They had a nerve try to calm me down. All this syrup in the south. The only change I see on my couch. Call me a thug, I say how. I'm a calm with powwow. I got a high by the pound. And that ether fire my sound. Vibrating chocolate crown. Elevated element ground. Charge your solar plex roar out. And your bitch ass won't be found, hey. Let me go, let me go. Tell me chill, I'll be all in my zone. Please easily leave my zone. Leave me easy, breezy, cheesy, fancy, yo. Let me go, let me go. Think I'm too ethereal, they don't like my role. 4-3-2 the music, man, I eat the bowl. Busting down ecstatic, they gon' let me go. Never grab my coat, man, welcome to my home. Why you tryna step on my toe? Acting friendly when you fold. I done lost to you before. I ain't coming back to this road. I've been looked as a joke. I've been poked, jabbed, and rope. I've been tricked, robbed, and dope. I've been swindled, slapped, provoked. Trying to take all my hope. Blackwash all my folks. Back and let me cope. But this tear gas make you choke, and that fear gas make you vote. Need your own party and grow. Put some fire from your soul. Put more intuition in your goal. Put some wisdom in your know. Pat more power in your dome. I need energy, give me more. Feed me tea from the ether flow. Free fruit from the forest flow. Give me energy, I need more. Say.
What you mean relax? Nothing to you. What you mean? What you mean relax? You're gonna hit me, man. You're gonna hit me. I'm gonna fight you, man. You don't wanna fight.
Let me go, let me go. Tell me chill, I'll be all in my zone. Please leave my zone. Leave me easy, breezy, cheesy, fancy, yo. Let me go, let me go. Think I'm too ethereal, they don't like my role. 4-3-2 the music, man, I eat the bowl. Busting down ecstatic, they gon' let me go.
Wow, man, My Jigga got the drop. Man. Hey, we just surfing the wave, you know, just enjoying the tribe's flow, man, enjoying the tribe's music. Make sure you get to it, get the drop. We over here, man, way up, man, above the barrier, man. It ain't easy to get above the barrier, my nigga, but we sure make it look easy. All praise to Wah. We still got that water flowing, man. Let's get some water, man. Let's fall back, tribe. SHILAJIT. Hey, Allah. Praise our breath of security. You know, for this moment, man. You know what I mean? This great validation that's flowing through. We got a lot of fun drop today. pull up a seat, put on your fuzzy slippers, man. Fall back. I want to get back on that 9 spiral drag and drop right quick. And really slow some of these videos down. I don't have the super software to do all that stuff really, but I'm at least gonna freeze frame. I'm gonna do some freeze framing. We gonna have to get some better looks at this stuff, man. I got a feeling it's about to be right here in our face bone. Shalom to the home team. We're also gonna get some SpaceX drop, man. Love to the family. Give a little bit back on that Kofar-al-Turak. If we haven't dug on the Kofar-al-Turak, we haven't, been digging. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about tribes of Moses. For now, just fall back, man. Fall back. Gotta give the Ahab to the Dragon sponsors on the wall, man. Hey, we got a lot of new Dragon sponsors, man. Next one, on the next drop, I'm gonna have the whole list out, so I'm gonna give them a shout out. And definitely I'm gonna do a whole new tab on this so that, for those that want their names listed, we're gonna put their names up, as all our Dragon sponsors, Copper Dragon, Silver Dragon, Gold Dragon sponsors, and again, man, during the season, which is 36 weeks at least out of the year, we break bread, man, with the whole team. So, go make sure you get the drop, the live schedule is up. Just hover right over drop chat. You'll see TDR live schedule. Get the schedule every day, know what we dropping. Press that listen button right here or right on your phone. That same play button will take you right here and you'll be right there in the drop, man. You know what I mean? Right now we're surfing the wave of my jigger on the replay. Yeah, man, we got to get back on our Mount Roraima, huh? Real talk, the Dragon sponsors, my Nagas, my family out there, man, that's been doing this. This is our 4th season. So they've been supporting 4 seasons of drop, allowing us to break bread, save our money together, equally divide every single penny that comes in throughout the season gets equally divided. Right now we got 22, 23 Nagas in the ether. So, it might be 30, 40, 50 bucks, right now every month, but it adds up. And we're talking about buying land every year. So, whatever we need, we can put it together, and all praise to Wah. So the water for all the bread that you're breaking with us, just come over here, stop in. If you're not already, join up, man. And, you can do the $25 a month Copper Dragon, Silver Dragon 50, Gold Dragon 100. If you got it, Ahab, we appreciate that. We can break bread. Hey, shout out to the Monarchy, the Battle Family, Battle Up, KB, what it do, man? RJ, CJ, everybody, man. Ty Bat Sign. Ahab for the Ahab, man. For real talk. Now, Ahab the 9 spiral, man. 9 spiral. Our bread, man. Our Ak, B Mac, wall of protection. He's been supplying us for a while with great scripture. Great links. If you ain't checked out his Instagram, hit it up, sundown_9 spiral. And go completely support the flow that the bro's bringing, because it's going to be, that cutting edge, man. A nice little session of reality every time. And the bro dropped, a good lens in reality. We got a few of those. We tried to get more without interrupting the flow, man, from the Dragons on the wall, man, kicking off the 4th wave, because they just tuning in. That's how we popping off the 4th wave. And the brothers specifically wanted to pop off that track right there for the 4th wave. So we waited, got it right. And that's what we do it for. We don't do it, so that You know, we can have our music be played on their radio. Now we do it for 432 The Drive. We do it for the home team, and we do it for the tribe. If you're gonna hear our music, catch us in the ether, man. Download the app. Ahab to everybody, download the app. And Ahab to everybody, dropping it on the PayPal and the Cash App, all the contributors. I appreciate your contribution. A lot of y'all gave great contributions for the map packs. And again, that's just the links that we want to get to you anyway. And we appreciate the water for that. Look out for map pack 2. But Ahab to the contributors, man. Ahab for supporting the Cash App and the PayPal. And just allowing the water to flow so that we can get cozy, man. We want to be cozy and, you know, give this our top priority and just be here. We just want to be here. Our vision is to be doing the drop radio 24/7, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing nothing but providing the drop to the tribe in our own secluded alcove. So, you know, buying land and you know, tribing up and doing what we do. So the wada for the water and allowing yourself, man, to be a, you know, major pillar, man, a major, you know, wall of protection, man. Dragonfire, man. Let's go through these videos, man. And we got 5 of them here, 5 quick clips. 5 quick clips. Love to 9 spiral. Let's start right here at the bottom, work our way to the top. And you know, let's just, you know, enjoy the flow, man. At this point, just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, just fall back and surf the wave, man. You already won, my noggin. You're keeping the code, you already won. Notice there ain't a bunch of casualties. So it's like these dragons got a nice clean hit in, you know what I mean, without them having to say, oh no, these demon dragons just blew up a whole village. Nah, man, they just hit a whole building, though. Now, the $64 million question is, what was in this building? What was they concocting in China that got targeted like this? See, it's one thing for them to say that these dragons, first they got to say they exist. UFOs, right? That's the big alien disclosure is dragons, Managi. All right. Then they're going to say they're from other worlds. Then they're going to say, oh, they're demons and crazy. But then they're going to have to explain why they're hitting targeted spots. Oh, they're militarized dragons hitting targets. That's when it goes all bad. And they say, damn. What are we going to do now, boss? These niggas hitting targeted spots. They're calculating this stuff. This ain't just some wild dragon attack. Not no random building got caught on fire. All the other buildings still standing. This one got lit up. What were they making in that spot, man? AI? You know, artificial dragons? Something beneath there? Vaccines? Look at all these 5G towers. They're going to be hit up too. Bing, bow, bing, bow. Don't even trip, my noggin. Love the 9 spiral. Let's enjoy some of this wave right here, man. Just fall back. Enjoy the flow, man. You in 432, man. Shout out to the tribe. We're going to do
around 6 p.m. on August 3rd, a high-rise
I don't even want no audio.
West District,
I don't want it.
Shenyang City, Liaoning Province was struck.
I don't want it, man. We just want to enjoy this, man. We just want to enjoy this, man. Let's get full screen, man. Let's just fall back, man. Hey, man, ain't no time. Only the wave, man. Let's bring it back to the top. Okay. Bring it back. Because, you know, I'm just going to look for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's just look for stuff, all right? That's all we're doing. Don't come over here judging us. We're looking for stuff, man. This is our investigation. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. The door's over there, man. But if you walk through this door, you better be ready to get your breath of security, my nigga. Oh, we breathing on them? It might look something like this. All right, is this something here? It looks like some type of wing situation. Let's see, man. Whoa. Whoa. Then we saw it just flash and go this way. Huh? Let's back it up. Hey, ain't no time. We got nothing but time, my nugget. We already won. It's a victory lap. Ahab to the real one. Neighborhood net. I'm trying to get that shot right before he disappears in that fight. Oh, there we go. There we go, my noggin. Sorry, y'all, man. I don't got no super technology for this. I'm just clicking on the mouse. The same winged creature, right? Or dragon. You see how fast this cat hits this G-force right turn and dips? Now that you know what you're looking for, let's back it up again to the top. Hey, by the way, we draconologists. You want to translate this message? It says, we draconologists, my noggin. We study dragons and stuff. So if you ask us what we do, that's what we're going to tell you. We're draconologists. And yes, we know it's a real scientific field. And that's who we are, man. We study dragons and stuff, man. Let's go. Ooh-wee. I mean, it took 2 seconds for this cat to go here and then there, man. I didn't even start the video yet, man. Nine Spiral, what it do? Bang. Got him right here, man. Got him. What's going on, boss? Anybody got any explanation for what I'm seeing here? Now pay close attention because this cat in 1 second is about to go from here. You're going to see the blast and he's going to go bow and be up out of there. Boom. You see the blast? Here we go right here. Look how fast he dips out. Woo! Barely caught him right here. That's how you still see the wings. We just getting started, man. Fall back. We're doing some dragon study, some dragonology. We know we're talking about fiery ones, burning ones, seraphim. We're talking leviathans, you know what I'm saying? The Most High's dragon. We know Moses makes a dragon in Numbers 21, copper dragon. We know Nehemiah flies on a dragon in Nehemiah 2. We know the dragons are singing Holy, Holy in Isaiah 6. Yeah, man, we know the angels of presence, man. You know what I mean? Have been always present, my naga. Are you present? Let's go. I mean, one more time. Just look how fast this swoop is. I'm just going to let it play. Let's go. Woo! He's out. There's another one here, though. Pay attention. So maybe there's a dragon here that's blinded, you know what I'm saying, or being blinded into the light, you know what I'm saying, clearly for this to be coming in this trajectory straight down my noggin, you know what I'm saying. Then you're going to see it fly out of here. Let go. Damn. I mean, what else could this be? They can't say, my naga, this is a straight laser beam, man. Laser Dragonfire. There's no other explanation at this point. I'm out of here, boss. It's a wrap. I'm out of here, man. I'll holler. It's a victory lap, Anagi. Look, man, you're never going to have no thing called regular or normal again. There's not no, oh, we're all going back to work. There's not no, oh, all the kids are back in school. None of that shit, man. They coming with some other shit. They trying to distract us with some other shit. The Queen and them been out the Buckingham Palace. They been boogied out. COVID, oh, we're out. Stay at home. Nothing to see here, boss. It's a wrap, man. We out of here, babe. Drop Nation. Coon. Drop Nation. Tribes of Yashra. Coon. Hawa. Coon. Drakan. Coon. Shabata. Coon. Let's go, man. Fourth wave. Just popping off. The tribe just tuning in. All right, so you just saw. Okay, I mean, you saw what I saw. Right. You see that object right there, right? You see that dragon, right? Let's just call it what it is. Bang. Man, so much happening, man. Every time I see it, I see like another dragon. All right, you see this dragon here. You see that one just fly in from the right, right? You gotta slow, man. Bring it back. Saw that one, same thing, right? Bang. Over here now. Now he's right there. And there was one down there I just saw. Hold up. Another one comes down this way. Right there. Bang. Bang. Another one here. Here. Right down there. Wow, that's like 4 dragons, man. Now watch this one. It's going to fly in from the right. It's going to fly in from the right. And then you're going to see that bang. All right, it's going to fly in from the right. Then you're going to see that bang. Now you're going to see another one. At the very end of this clip, take off right. And man, so many dragons in this clip every time I see it. Look at that one right there. One down there. Okay, let's go. Pay attention to this little section here. You'll see one flying right here. Right there. Right there. We're at the 40-second mark, so look around like the 38-second mark. Let's go. Right there. Right there. See the wingspan, right? Let's go. Now count to 3. 1, 2. Bam! Whew. So I'm flying here and here. So, wow, this clip you see at least 2 at the same time, maybe 3. Here it goes again, right in the middle. Boom. Down there. Hey, man, and they got the crazy weather popping off, right? They got the floods everywhere. You got the dragon sounds popping off, right? You got the sounds. So you're hearing the dragon. You're seeing the weather. Ain't this summertime? Ain't we in August? July? What's up with all this flooding going on? Boston got flooding. All right, let's dig on it. Let's go up. Love the 9 Spiral, man, putting together this compilation for the tribe, man. Here we go. This is an 18-second clip. Let's see if it's any different. Oh, yeah. Because it's wider, you get to see this dragon swoop in from the left. This one here, it's a tighter shot. I like this shot. Another one here. From the top. Man, you see that bad boy kind of hefty coming in that left side, man. I'm trying to catch it. Man. I mean, we got it right there. Man, this joker's fast, man. So between the 1 and 2 second mark, I got to try to catch it between the 1 and the 2 second mark, man. I think this is a Dracon flying in right here. Let's go. Yep, that was it. That's all you gonna get. Man, I challenge y'all to catch this thing. This thing is fast as a mug, man. Woo! Bang, right there. Coming in from the right. Bang. See him flying out right there. Right there. Ooh, you see the tail and everything on that, man. You see, pay attention closely. You can even see the tail on. Right here. Watch closely. You're going to see the tail. Oh, man. I know somebody's, looking at close shots of these things. And you'll get your turn, trust me. Don't even trip. Up close and personal. Here we come. Is this what the whole stay-at-home situation, you know what I mean? Oh.
哎呦我的妈呀！雷电那啥的都着火了，这是。
Who
干啥呢？
Freaking these people out, man.
哎呦，路上了，就这座谈人呀，一样的，这回更猛烈。
我操！刚才一个大雷给这楼全给那干成火花了，这啥情况啊？
Man.
哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！这啥情况啊？
Look at that wingspan, man. You can see it. Nice Spire gave us a lot of vantage points, man. Good looking, brother. Good looking, man.
全给那干成火花了，啥情况啊？
That's one here. Somebody with some type of measuring tool is able to look at the wingspan compared to the building, and they'll tell you, like, okay, this shit is like this big, man. Direct hit, flew off. Another shot of this one, man. You see at least 3 or 4. Look at that. So is this some type of elaborate hoax that a bunch of people from a bunch of different places, you know what I'm saying, caught the same damn thing? They just went in different places, and I mean, hey, you tell me, man. You already know what these dragons do, though, so either way, it gives you something to look forward to. I like how clear this one is. Right before that go off. Catch it 1 millisecond earlier, man. Bang. Just flying, doing its thing, huh? I mean, maybe they been saw these dragons and started filming them, and then they just started, you know what I'm saying, popping up. Freaking them out, man. Yeah, man. I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. What else can you say? What else can you say? So, you know, there's a few for you here. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to find many more for you to dig on. Quick clips. And tell us what you see. I'll let these play. That's a good shot, too. It's getting better and better, Nine. Better and better, man. Okay. That's a nice shot right there. I gotta get that one. Either way, man, you see that bad boy flapping his wings, man. One more time. Boom. Man. What more can you say? Dragons on fire. So, I'm glad you're over here, man, because, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of things that you could be doing. And the main thing I want to reiterate is that there's nothing more important than making sure you are in the code. A lot of people say they're in the code that are not in the code. They say they're in the code, but they're searching for another power. They're praying in the name of someone else, something else. They're bearing false witness. They're breaking Shabbat habitually. They're using the Creator's name in vain, saying Hawa said this and Hawa said that. You are not in code. You don't have to go through any other process to be recognized by Hawa. You know, a lot of us been talking about, you know, streamlining and just making sure that we are, you know, just taking the simplest path, man. The dragons popping off is showing us the simplest path, man. Validation that this is our shield, man. This is the natural, you know, security. This is the natural guardian flow of our Ama, of our Abba, of this plane, of this earth. When you got your dragons popping off, does anybody care what status you are? That you're white, black, that you go under Aboriginal, Native American, that you got this tribal status, that you got these tribal forms and paperwork, you got your own tribal passport, you got your own, you know what I'm saying, you know, certificate of this, a certificate of that. You're recognized by the government. Who the fuck cares to a dragon, my noggin? Is the dragon asking you about your paperwork or your status? This is reality, man. You're seeing it pop off in real time. What status to a dragon? It's about the code. It's about the frequency. It's about the vibration. And we are awake and we are aware and we are alive the minute we get back in code. No paperwork tells us whether we are awake or alive. We might be dead to them, but we've been dead to them. Or we're alive to them because now we got this status. We're alive to who? Who's going to witness you? Hawa is our only witness. And the Dracons is the validation, my nigga. Popping off. Fourth wave, man. No paperwork, my nigga. Keep the code, my nigga. And let the dragons fly. Halal. Let's go, man. Love to Nine Spiral. Love to Nine Spiral, man. It feels so good, don't you agree? Hawa. Just popping off. Did y'all know about Dragon Utah? Yeah, you know. Y'all saw me searching a little bit while we were tab surfing. And during this search, it dropped us off over here. So why would it drop us off in Black Dragon Canyon of Utah? Think about it. It's almost like, all right, we get it. There's a petroglyph of what they're calling a pterodactyl, which are only dragons. You know what I mean? It says winged monster rock art finally deciphered. Utah's Black Dragon Canyon. For decades, researchers and creationalists have debated whether the vibrant red pictographs are images of human and animals, or rather depictions of large winged monster, possibly a pterosaur. All right, man. So animals and humans, or we're just talking about nagas and dragons, right? Images of animals or human. They're debating, man, for decades. Creationalists and researchers are debating about these red pictos, right? And they're saying, are these humans and animals? Or, humans and dragons? Yeah. Because every Naga got a dragoon. They're trying to figure it out. Now, why would they take us to Black Canyon, Utah? We were just digging on Dragon, Utah, right? Now they call it a ghost town. So what's this ghost town business all about? These are just abandoned towns? Deserted cities or abandoned cities? Abandoned villages? Okay. Why? And there's lots of ghost towns, you know what I'm saying? And it's almost like these are entire cities that are just, ready for the taking, you know what I'm saying? Or ready to be occupied. Maybe they got shelters already built, things like that. But don't just go wandering around in ghost towns. I'm just saying, there's a ghost town named Dragon in Utah, right? Unita. Unita. Unita County. All right. Portion of the Ute or Judah Indian tribe. But now there's no one there in Dragon. Extreme eastern edge of Utah. Founded in about 1888 as a Gilsonite mining camp, Dragon boomed in the first decade, 20th century. So they set up a whole city or town around this mining that was going on there. And then when they were done, they just abandoned everything. Interesting, right? Whole cities being set up and then abandoned for mining purposes. Get all these links below. Right under featured link. Get all this drop. This is from UtahRails.net. A Brief History of Mining in Utah by Bert B. Brewster. All right. And let me tell you, man, this is the drop of drops, man. This is nothing but that work. Digging on this mining. And let's just get down to it, man. Let's just get down to it. The glamour, the romance, the pioneer courage of early Utah mining would fit volumes, but interestingly, as it is detailed thereof, it cannot be treated adequately in the brief history here offered for the record, nor is there an opportunity for technical discussion. The major errors in Utah metal mining have been the high-grade direct smelter shipping days, the early concentration of complex ores, and the scientific attack upon the lower and very, very low-grade ores, particularly those of copper. Copper color cons. What else are they picking out of Utah? Judah. Remember, Judah is Utah, right? So Utah or Judah or Judea is full of what? Copper, silver, lead, gold, zinc. In the order named, have led all-time production in Utah. In the order named. So mostly copper, right? Conduit. The production of quicksilver. Ain't we just digging on quicksilver with the dragon and alchemy, philosopher's stone, philosophical quicksilver, arsenic, tungsten, manganese, antimony, and bismuth have been of relatively minor importance. But they still got it, though. But they got all of this in abundance. Coal, for which no accurate value production can be estimated, ranks next to the non-ferrous metals in ultimate value. Iron ore, the commercial production of which had its first appreciable impetus in 1924, is gaining rapidly in output because of the peacetime operation of wartime steel facilities. In addition, peacetime, right, to an existing pre-war pig iron plant. I don't know what a pre-war pig iron plant is, my nigga, but you let me know. Shipments of ore to California, Colorado steel mills. All right, we're talking about radium, uranium. We're talking about Utah mining, my nigga, right? Okay. And you dig on it. we're gonna get into this Mormon drop. We're gonna have a whole series, you know what I mean? Just fall back. Although the records state that silver lead ore near Great Salt Lake was known to the Mormons in 1857, the silver lead ore was discovered at Gold Hill, man. We're talking Judah. Gold Hill is what they call it. 1859, and that a follower of Brigham Young melted lead ore in what's this, 1850s, something like that. It appears that George Ogilvy's find of fragments of lead ore near Brigham Canyon in 1863 is what drew attention to the area and led to the forming of West Mountain Mining District, 1864, in which year placer gold was discovered at the mouth of Brigham Canyon. So they got them some gold. All right. Various historians credit the earliest Bingham Canyon activities to the influence of General P.E. Connor of the United States Army and his California Volunteers, because they all wanted to find some gold, right? Many of whom were prospectors. These same historians attributed Brigham Young's opposition to, quote, Mormon participation in mining to anxiety lest they desert their tilling of the soil with resultant loss of desperately needed food for the pioneers. Okay. Desperately needed food because they couldn't plant shit, right? So they said, man, y'all got to be looking for food, not gold. Hey, when you starving, he said, man, forget anything that I can't, eat right now. So you can check it out. They got the copper joint. Check out the copper. Leader in total value of production and the inspiration of the most vital world strides in modern mining and metallurgy, copper deserves first consideration despite the fact that it was overshadowed in importance until whatever this RgO4 is by silver, lead, and gold. In fact, in the early days of the red metal, oh, I thought copper was just brown. It's ruddy, right? It's a peculiar red. Was considered a nuance because of the treatment complications involved when it was associated with silver and gold. As a result, much copper ore was considered to be waste and cast aside. Oh, man. Now check it. The rank of other copper producing districts has been Park City, Utah, Beaver County, Utah. And did you know there is an Ophir over here? Please tell me you know about the legends of Ophir. It's just play. It's just play. Huh? The first shipment of copper ore in Utah is recorded as having been made by Bingham. So they got BYU, all these people mining metals, right? By Walker Brothers of Salt Lake City in 1868. We're just talking Utah. Utah mining. We're just talking little mining, man. See, this is a big enterprise, right? And you can go specifically in the different districts in Utah. Copper in the Ophir district. Copper recovery was first reported from the Ophir district in 1891. And the principal sources of the district's comparatively small output were the hidden treasure and Eureka Ophir mines, man. So I can't make this shit up. This is what they call it. The hidden treasure mine. That's one mine. Then you got the Ophir mines, okay? Then you got the Ophir mines. Let's go. You can go from copper to silver to gold. You know what I'm saying? Dig on all these different flows, man. Let go. I mean, the Merker district. All right. Uh-huh. I mean, look, on and on we go, right? So dig on that link. Let's go back. Because they're saying that this ghost town called Dragon in Utah, all right, was founded specifically for the mining camp, this gilsonite mining camp, which they call a naturally occurring soluble solid hydrocarbon. So you're telling me they was mining for a naturally occurring soluble solid hydrocarbon, a form of asphalt with a relatively high melting temperature? Why did they need that in Dragon? Huh? Why do you need asphalt with a high melting temperature? Maybe dragons don't qualm on your ass, you know what I'm saying? Why they need this gilsonite for? Large-scale production occurs in Uinta Basin in Utah, Colorado. So you got to go to the Four Corners to get this special asphalt that has a high melting temperature. I mean, we got to probably dig some on this gilsonite drop, man. For real, for real. For real, for real. Large-scale production, historically mined, all right. Also in Colombia and Iran. Okay. Getting clearer. What they say gilsonite is mined in underground shafts or what? Volcanoes, dragon layers. We're talking about Dragon, Utah. And resembles shiny black obsidian. Hey, maybe it's just a game, you know? Maybe it's play. Or we're just talking about the West Coast. We're just talking about what? The Four Corners where they're getting this special, highly, you know, large scale production of this high temperature, soluble asphalt like. Come on, man. It can sustain high temperatures, right? And then they say it's obsidian. A form of what? So hey man, love to the tribe, man. We've been doing drop trivias, man, every single Friday. You know what I'm saying? For the Shabata show, you got to be in the drop chatter to participate. So you come in the drop chat at 432thedrop.com. Password is 1234 to get through the door. Just come hijack free, or you will get dropped off, my yeah. And hey man, straight up, man. We've been giving out obsidian every week. We've been giving out tiger eye. We've been giving out amethyst. We've been giving out rose quartz, man. Love the chef Candy, man, who's been, giving the tribe that armor. You know what I'm saying? Season 4, we're going to do the crystals all season long. So by the end of this season, you should have a nice assortment of crystal protective, you know what I'm saying, high frequency, you know what I'm saying? It should be a beautiful flow for you, man, by the end. By the end of this season, man, you should have your crystal game on flow. And when you get your crystals, hit up CJ Battle because he can wrap them for you, man. I mean, hit him up, c.j.battle on IG, man. Yeah, man, we're just talking obsidian. A form of volcanic glass, along with Valerian steel. It is one of the 2 known substances capable of killing white walkers, man. So we're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, the whites that they like to call them. We're talking about WIGHT, right? Demons, real demons, bro. Yeah, all right, so it is also capable of killing whites. There we go. WIGHT, my nigga, right? Oh, you thought they were white people, or are they whites? You look at the definition of WIGHT and get back to me. So now we know that this dragon glass obsidian, according to mythology, right, is able to kill off these certain, hijack frequencies, right? When you look up the obsidian stone, it's going to take you to all these that, beautiful protective qualities. Just Google obsidian. You know what I'm saying? Protective. Protection. Yeah, there we go. Let's get this one here. Is it play? When we talk obsidian, we talking dragon glass. What are they mining for in Dragon, Utah? Obsidian, powerful protection stone in black. They're not talking about Game of Thrones. They're not talking about Game of Thrones, my nigga. There are literally thousands of crystals out there. What does it say? We're on satincrystals.com. All right. What is your favorite? Mine is obsidian. After you hear about this powerful protector in black, it just may become your favorite too. Obsidian cloaks your aura from the negative vibes that have overtaken the world. What? It puts you in dragon mode, man. It cloaks your energy from the negative vibes so they can't even, feel you, bruh. You just gliding by them. Obsidian made from lava and magma fills you with the power of erupting volcanoes. So you got some cloakery. You got some powwow. It is a black beauty. You got something beautiful. Often reveals a secret world of rainbows. We're talking rainbow like Rainbow Covenant. I will put a bow in the sky that can leave you awestruck. All right. I want to mask my soul from negative energy, my naga. Keeps away dark spirits. Overcome stress, anxiety. Yeah. Let's focus on overcoming negative energy. It is also capable of killing whites. Mask my soul from negative energy. Right. Keeps away dark spirits. Capable of killing whites. In the West, Westeros. We're talking Dragonglass. We're talking Obsidian. We're talking shiny black. Obsidian. Gilsonite. This is what they're comparing it to, right? Obsidian. We've been giving out little chunks like this, man. I mean, you could put them all together, you know what I mean? Make an obsidian collage, you know what I mean? Maybe we'll have some obsidian boats, you know what I'm saying? Hey, come on now. Volcanic glass. What do you know about volcanoes and dragons? Come on, man. But we got to go back to mythology. Dragon lair. volcano. Let's go. Aleo. The dragon lair sits in a volcano, right? Oh, we're just talking Dungeons and Dragons, which means we're only talking platonic solids. You know, the dragon, the rolling dice are all platonic solids, and Templar done told you about the platonic solids and the connection with the chromatic dragons, and you know what I mean? So make sure you're surfing the wave with Irvin Reed. Get the drop. Templar up. I'm just gonna lead you to here, and then you can look and see the connection between volcanoes and dragons. See my Nagas? Let's just go to images, man. Sometimes a picture is worth 9,000 words, man. Oh, wow. Look here, my Naga. Volcanoes are ancient dragon layers. This obsidian they're getting is literally from the dragons, man. From the dragon enclosures, from the nest of the dragon. And with this powerful stone, you're able to mask your soul from negative energy and keep away dark spirits, fall back with the stress, anxieties, just surf the wave, man. And you might be able to kill off the actual negative energies or the whites. WIGHT. If that's not you, hey, don't say, oh, you being racist, drop. White ain't got nothing to do with no color or no race. A white is a hijack, a negative frequency, right? A negative energy. So what's a volcano? It's a volcano, my naga. What is a volcano? Right. Obsidian is produced when felsic lava intruded from a volcano cools rapidly with a minimum crystal growth. It is commonly found with the margins of rhyolitic lava flows known as obsidian flows, where the chemical composition high silica content. Remember the silica era, the silica trees, the giant silica trees? Well, there's a chemical composition that contains a high silica content, causes a high viscosity, which upon rapid cooling results in a natural glass forming from the lava because of a rapid cooling of this crystallized flow, right? Crystal growth, volcano, crystal, volcano, crystal, volcano, dragon layer, dragon glass, obsidian. Takes off that negative vibe, keeps all these energies at bay. I love this one. Cloaks your aura from negative vibes, man. We're talking about a powerful protector, my God. Is it play? Is it play? Game of Thrones, Dragon Glass. Okay. Hard, brittle, amorphous. It therefore fractures with sharp edges. Sharp edges. Dragon glass. A spearhead made of dragon glass. Right. We're just talking sharp edges. In the past, it was used to manufacture cutting and piercing tools, man. Is Game of Thrones playing us? It has been used experimentally as surgical scalpel blades. Come on, man. They got Obsidian surgical scalpel blades. Blades. Managa. Dragonglass. Is it play? Let's read about it. Large amounts of dragonglass can be found on Dragonstone, right? We're just talking volcanoes. Let's go. Dragonglass was a very important tool to the children of the forest. Manaka, we in the forest. The cloud forest, that is, where the kitsels roam freely. Rainbow dragons on the wall. Used it to fashion weapons. So we're getting this in real time. They're not making this shit up. A long forgotten secret is that the children, Managa, actually created the White Walkers as a weapon by transforming humans into them. Remember we talked about how you got the creations and you got the creations. Not all the children agreed with this laboratory experiment today called the Whites, but some of the children created these to go against the other children as a weapon. They created the White Walkers, right? Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. By transforming humans into them or Nagas into them. Don't it sound like the big head Yaakov experiment? Big head scientist. He turned the Nagas into whites and they were hella evil and he used them as a weapon. We're just talking about the children. More on more war, Khan. 1492, you get rolled up on by weapons of mass destruction. Whites, W-H-I-T-E. Or are we talking whites, W-I-G-H-T? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's getting too good, man. It's the fourth wave. No, I don't want whites. You see how they try to change it? White demon? No, I want W-I-G-H-T. I want W-I-G-H-T. Yeah, take me to this etymology, my naga. Let's go to etymology, my naga. Etymology. Wait, we're just getting started, man. Hey, man, we're just talking whites. W-I-G-H-T, a living being, a creature, a person. Which kind of person? See all the stuff they call us today. We're people. You're a person just like me. I'm not a person. Not if a person is a white. See this other spelling? W-I-H-T-I. What? Witty? Witty? A what? A thing or a demon. So did we get rolled upon by whites or by whites? A spirit of the earth. Gnome. A thing creature. A place of division. Like the Isle of Wight. Where do white people come from? They got a whole island of whites. Oh man, we just having fun, y'all. Don't take it personal, man. We just talking about WIGHTs. If this ain't you, you got nothing to feel personal about. You're not a white, right? Are you a demon? Well, whites can be killed by Dragonglass. It is capable of killing whites. It was known as Perses or Zitirs Perses, which translates to frozen fire. There's more to this thing, right? They used it for fashioning weapons. Now it says the children created the whites, transforming humans into them. This was achieved in a magic cemetery or a laboratory that involved plunging a Dragonglass shard into a human's chest. Mm, mm, mm. Is that so? Magic ceremony. Managa, we're just talking about obsidian, Dragonglass, volcanic glass, right? Obsidian. A powerful protector. Cloaks your aura from negative vibes. Found in volcanoes. Kills off demons or whites. Is it play? Is Game of Thrones fucking with us? I mean, is it play? Or are we just talking obsidian? They use them as, it was used to manufacture cutting and piercing tools, right? Dragonglass weapons. It was used experimentally as surgical scalpel blades, man. All right. Okay. Let's go back. Wow. So how do we get on this obsidian again? We're just talking gilsonite. Gilsonite is mined in underground shafts and resembles shiny black obsidian. It's some serious tab surfing when we got at least 3 windows full of tabs. So why is my computer running so slow? I got a lot of tabs, so Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. We are reconners. It happens. It happens, man. Because I've never seen anybody really put this together with this gilsonite, Dragon Utah, Dragonglass, Volcano Dragon Lair. You know what I'm saying? Connection. You know what I'm saying? Obsidian, gilsonite. Everybody says it looks like obsidian. Has the appearance of obsidian. I mean, appearance. It looks. Are we talking phantoms and duplications? Asphaltum? Is that just another word for the same damn thing? Just for fun. So when they're building with this stuff, how we talk about having we're just playing like, man, let's make a whole boat made out of obsidian. Is this another way to do it? But it's called gilsonite. And it's the asphalt, right? Gilsonite guarantees zonal isolation, diminishes environmental hazard, enhances ultimate recovery. It does all this great stuff just like obsidian. But this is like a different form of it. Oil wells, what? Cementing. This is interesting right here. SHILAJIT. SHILAJIT is gilsonite? What's this about? We're on atdmco.com. SHILAJIT is a mineral deposit that is made up of humus or humus and decomposed plant remains. When these components get pressed between layers of rocks for millions of years. Sound like some bullshit. Millions of years. All right. They are converted into a gummy substance that may be black, white, or brown in color and resembles asphalt in appearance. It resembles asphalt, but it's a gummy, could be black. When there is a crack in the rock, the mineral oozes out of it. So you got a rock and then you crack it and it oozes out this mineral, settles itself on the rocks. These are found in high altitude mountains. In our Ayurveda, it is regarded as the strongest age-fighting and rejuvenate. Oh, come on, man. We're just connecting this. You know, you're talking dragons, you're talking about, eating your dragons to get life, rejuvenating, renewal, fountain of youth. The Moors in Western Europe, the Ethiopians are eating dragons to get life. They're still doing it. You saw that, check out that show on Netflix, that animated joint called Drifting Dragons. They're just eating dragons raw dragon meat in the cartoon, managi. High altitude mountains, you're talking dragons, managi. Volcanoes, dragons. They're calling this. Now remember, they just told you that the SHILAJIT is gilsonite, which what resembles obsidian over and over and over, right? Now we got this strong, age-fighting, and rejuvenating component of the earth. Come on, man. Dragons are giving life. In English, it is better known as the mineral pitch or gilsonite. So as before, we're looking at gilsonite. They kept taking us to, cementing, this. But now we got another term for it, man. And when you look it up under this term, which is better known as gilsonite, this name, SHILAJIT, is a Sanskrit term that means invincible rock. We've been talking about a powerful protector. Invincible rock, like something that can help you fight off demons, killing whites. Gilsonite. What are they mining in Utah? See, we almost just, look, I don't have no notes that said to dig on gilsonite. I just got a note that says to look at Dragon, Utah. And with that brought us to Obsidian. With that brought us to gilsonite. All praise to why we're talking about a Sanskrit term that means invincible rock. Invincible. Yeah, we might just give out Obsidian all year long, man. My noggins, we might just tell Chef Kenny, hey, just get hell out. The amethyst is cool. Obsidian, Chef Kenny. I want to feel invincible, man. It is because it is believed that it has the ability to any problem or ailment. Ability to what? Any problem. See how they skipped that word? It has the ability to what? Any problem or ailment. Are you serious, man? Man, we just surfing the wave, man. Wow. SHILAJIT, invincible, has the ability to solve any problem. Powerful protector, cloaks your aura from all negative vibes. Keeps away dark spirits. Masks my soul from negative energy. Kills whites, right? Dragonglass. And it takes care or overcomes any problem or ailment. The humic composition gives it the healing and health properties for which is known for the conqueror of mountains and destroyer of wheat. What? Have y'all ever dug on gilsonite before? Is it all of our first time digging on gilsonite? Do we got any people in construction that know about gilsonite? Or you just know about asphalt? Well, it's a very special asphalt, my not. They call it asphaltium. Wow. Wow. Okay. And they're saying it's commonly found in the Himalayas, Caucasus, and Australian mountains. You know, when you got people coming out the Caucasus, you wonder if they were there put, as workers, what I'm saying, mining obsidian. Were they mining obsidian in the Caucasus? Gilsonite, SHILAJIT. The best and most beautiful type is scraped from the mountains of Nepal. From the mountains of Nepal. It's in large-scale production in Uinta Basin in Utah and Colorado in the United States. Discovered in 1860s, it was first marketed as a lacquer. So you could put some of this on as a lacquer. That's one way to maybe protect your house. You don't have to have a whole obsidian house. Maybe you can use it as a lacquer through this gilsonite. Electric insulator, my noggin. Waterproofing component. Huh? We talking about tribing up. Is this a good thing to, use, my noggin? You know what I'm saying? In the building process. Gilsonite was discovered in the 1860s, 1888. Samuel Gilson. That's why they're calling it gilsonite. So gilsonite is named after Gilson, man. It's not even called gilsonite. So what is it? Dragonglass, obsidian, different properties of obsidian. This protective dragon flow. And started a company to mine the substance. Soon discovered the vein in Uinta Indian Reservation, ORA. Under great political pressure, Congress removed some 7,000 acres from the reservation on May 24, 1888, to allow mining to proceed legally. So they removed 7,000 acres from the reservation so that they can say they're not on a reservation. And now it's legal, right? We can do this. We're not on Indian reservation. Nah, that was before. Now these 7,000 acres are just up for grabs, man. Straight up bullshit, man. Mining gilsonite during World War II was manual, using 6-pound pick, then shoveling the ore into 200-pound sacks, where were sown by hand. 1949, the period gilsonite mine near Maitan, Utah, Reed Smoot McConkey set the world record for ore mined by hand using his pick and shovel. He mined 175 bags. He got that bag in 8 hours, 950 bags in 6-week day, 1,925 bags in a month, and 15,000 bags in a year, my knock. Gilsonite brand Uintine Tahits, something like that. Uintahite. Earliest applications include paints for buggies, emulsions for beer, vat lining. Okay, Ford Motor Company used it as a principal component of the Japan black lacquer used on most of Ford Model T cars. So they had a Model T car with this Dragonglass flow, this Obsidian flow. Composition. Characterized as a soluble material in oil solutions. Back to that dragon oil drop. And the question is, man, all this oil that they're digging up from the ground, we don't think about it. We call it the blood of the earth, gold of the earth, or what they call liquid gold. They say it comes from fossilized fossil fuels, old dinosaurs, you know what I'm saying, whatever they want to make it. And then, right there, you got to substitute dragons in this thing, man. And you got to go back to the dragon oil, back to the dragon ambergris we got from the Moby Dick series. Ambergris, this flammable oil, that they're saying that they're getting out of whales. But we know that these whales, we're just talking Leviathans. And what are they mining? What are they getting? You know what I'm saying? What are they trapping all these dragons and extracting? The oil, whether we're talking about in the sky or underneath. Are they tapping into big tar pits of dragons, that were killed at some point in time by some cataclysms or something that went down, and they find it and they say, oops, we got some oil. We struck gold. Gilsonite is characterized as a soluble material in this oil, this obsidian flow, this volcanic dragon flow, characterized in the oil solution. Major component of gilsonite is carbon, my naga. Come on, man. Come on, man. It also contains several other elements, including nitrogen, sulfur, and some volatile components. We're talking dragons, right? I mean, we're just talking dragons. They said volatile. SHILAJIT. SHILAJIT. Or gilsonite. They don't even list America in this link. You're going to have to know that we're digging on it in a place called Dragon when we talk gilsonite, man. That's for you to know. You're going to have to, trace our steps, man. Go back in time to a place called Dragon, Utah, which is now a ghost town. This was a gilsonite mining camp. Where there's gilsonite, there's, you already know, the Dragonglass, the volcanoes, and only means you got the dracons, which is why it's called Dragon, Utah. Why would they call this place that they're mining Dragonglass or Obsidian? Why would they call it Dragon? Dragon survived as the largest of the Gilsonite towns. So they had many other obsidian mining towns, but this is the largest one, called Dragon. It was abandoned after its mining operation stopped in 1938. I wonder why. It went out of business in 1939. Has this anything to do with the Great Depression? Or, you know what I mean? We are talking the 30s. Dragon lies in a tiny excavated creek at the mouth of Dragon Canyon. So we started looking up Dragon Canyon. That's what led us to this, that Picto Dragon, Black Dragon Canyon, who they say got images of humans and animals together. Serpent-like figure. So they keep saying, this Gilsonite is like obsidian. It has the appearance of obsidian. Oh, these creatures are serpent-like. They just playing with your mind bone, man. You just gotta stay on the road, my noggin. They just tuning in. Let's go, man. They just tuning in, man. Remember, the SHILAJIT is just a Sanskrit term which means invincible rock. It's better known as this Gilson situation, right? Gilsonite. So when we talk SHILAJIT, we are talking Gilsonite. Better known, right? As Gilsonite. No play. So let's use the Sanskrit term. Let's use the SHILAJIT. So what's the benefits of Gilsonite? Since they don't want to tell us over there what's really popping. Over here we're getting, the drop. What's really popping with this Gilsonite, my noggin? What's really popping with this obsidian? This powerful protector, killing whites, my noggin? Volatile. Let's go. Benefits of SHILAJIT. This is effective for any problem, man. But the prominent advantages include anti-aging. Oh boy. Love to Miss D and the Copper Color Awakening. I'm talking about anti-aging, my noggin. Let's go, man. We popping off, man. I'm doing this for the tribe. Team No Sleep. We're doing it live, man. Let's go, man. Get my tea. You know how you make tea and then you forget you made it and now it's cold? Yeah, that part, man. Anti-aging, where have we see this? Oh, we're in alchemy. This is when we really got the drop that when we talk alchemy, there's a difference between the alchemical serpent, right? Serpent-like. Are you talking snake or dragon? Anytime you see serpent, to get out of the trickery and the spell, ask yourself, snake or dragon? Because alchemy, when you dig on this study of, getting the drop, pressurized substance, purified substance to get that drop. That's why I call you Drop Nation, because you've been pressurized and purified to get the water to get the drop? Are we talking serpent or snake? See, what they are the serpents. What they are the whites, right? They're the whites, right? They're the demons. They're the serpent. They're the signs of phyli. Often represent impersonal nature, man. You can't even vibe to these whites. Unconscious as it burst into consciousness. Artificial intelligence is bursting into consciousness, my nigga. Synchronicity. Go watch that movie. It's cray-cray. Right on point. And then with the act of conscientio, which is the bringing together of opposites. Somebody created these whites, right? I mean, Game of Thrones, right? Come on, man. The children of the forest, the secret is that the children actually created the whites as a weapon. Against who? Huh? Who created the whites? Who created the opposites? Uh-oh. So when they do that, it's called conscientio. And the whole point of that is to do what? To slay the dragon. Only the act or the product of conscientio, the coming together of opposites, can slay the dragon. What dragon? The alchemical dragon. This is how you know that the dragon can't be the serpent and the dragon can't be the snake. Because in alchemy, there's a distinct difference between the dragon and the serpent. The alchemical serpent is impersonal. Serpents represent everything from monstrous snake, right? Cosmic, they're talking their cosmos, right? They're the cosmic warriors, the cosmic spirit. We're talking the stars that are beneath the firmament. If you're beneath the firmament, you're literally in hell compared to above the firmament, right? You're still trapped below, right? You're the stars that it looks nice and shiny, but you're still in hell because you're beneath the barrier. So don't let them trick you with this cosmic shiny business. They're still in hell. These are the wandering stars, right? The cosmic spirits, the whites that are just now bursting into consciousness from the unconsciousness, brings everything to life, but also kills everything. Uh-oh. The serpent kills everything. And what does it bring to life? They're talking about the unconsciousness. It brings the unconsciousness of their serpent technology, artificial technology brings the unconsciousness to life, but it must kill everything to do it. Specifically, Managa, it must slay the dragon. You know what I'm saying? By the bringing together of opposites or the conscientio. Because the serpent can't be the dragon, and the dragon can't be the serpent. See, the dragon represents this philosophical quicksilver. Remember, we got the quicksilver connection. Were they mining that in Utah? Unlike mercury. So we're not dealing with Thoth here. We're unlike ordinary mercury. The philosophical quicksilver is a mysterious substance of unknown origin, but I thought they were just mining this quicksilver in Utah. Well, what else? From this silver, the living spirit can be extracted. Oh, we're talking the dragon already has life. It's not coming from the unconsciousness. The serpent is not coming from the impersonal nature of the unconsciousness as it bursts into consciousness. Managa, the dragon, already has the life. It doesn't have to kill everything to get it. The living spirit can be extracted. What are they extracting from you? They got you in their holidays, their holidays, their white days. They're extracting your energy. You're praying to their Jesus, their Muhammad, their whatever. You're not going directly to Allah. What are they extracting from your spirit? The dragon is the vessel in which the spirit is contained, my Naga. So when you talk dragon, you're talking about renewal. You're talking about divine water, right? They call it mercurial water. Nah, man, we know we're talking water, and you know we're talking power. And here it says the dragon, fabulous wing being, right? We saw it popping off at the top, left at 9 spiral. The dragon symbolizes renewal, right? The dragon symbolizes renewal. Dragon, renewal. Living spirit. Dragon, renewal. Khan, water, power. Dragon, renewal. SHILAJIT, Obsidian, anti-aging. Say it with me. Renewal. Anti-aging. Renewal. Why were they eating your dragon? In Western Europe. We had to put this together so you know why we're so happy to see these dragons popping off. Because the payback's in the playback, baby. And it's a beautiful thing to see the validation of the vindication. That's all happening right now, man. This is a victory lap for real, for real. Who's eating your dragons again? There's an interesting paragraph written in the 13th century by Roger Bacon about some exotic strangers in Western Europe called Ethiopians. What niggas is in Ethiopia called Ethiopians? Or excuse me, what niggas is in Europe called Ethiopians? Who's over there? In Spain. That would be called an Ethiopian that might be eating your dragons. The reptile that these Ethiopians in Europe eat is the dragon. Renewal, right? Say it with me. Dragon. Renewal. Living spirit can be extracted from the dragon. Renewal. Say it with me. SHILAJIT. Anti-aging. Gilsonite, obsidian, anti-aging. Renewal. Anti-aging. The reptile that the Ethiopians eat is the dragon, for it is well known that wise Ethiopians have come to Italy and Spain, my noggin. In those countries where there are good flying dragons, right? And by their wicked occult arts they possess, they drive our dragons out from their cozy caves, and they have an art of preparing their flesh. The Ethiopians in Western Europe, Spain, Italy, France, England, eat the dragon. By occult arts, they prepare their flesh. And they partake of it against accidents of old age, my nog. Say it with me. SHILAJIT. Anti-aging. Renewal. Partake of it against accidents of old age. Accidents of old age is what? Accidents of old age against accidents of old age gives you renewal. SHILAJIT, anti-aging, the high energy and biogenerative properties promote cell regeneration and proper maintenance of old cells. Renewal, managa, rejuvenation properties. The regenerative properties are effective for problems like tissue generation, energy synthesis. This promotes the metabolism of proteins and vitamins, which results in high energy release. Blood purification. It enhances the immune system and circulation. Is this the elixir, my noggin? I thought this was about construction. I thought this was about asphalt. I thought this was just about mining for the lacquer. Or are they mining for the anti-aging rejuvenation of this dragon oil, this dragon glass, this obsidian, this crystallized high energy, you know what I'm saying, superconductor? I mean, what else is it? Energy synthesis promotes metabolism of proteins and vitamins, which results in a high energy release. Say it with me. SHILAJIT increases sexual potency. Uh-oh. It strengthens the male reproductive, man. Bots popping off. Increases libido. They just said that this SHILAJIT is effective for any problem. They just said what? Antioxidant contained bioregenerative properties. They just said what? It is invincible. It's good for anything. It is believed that it has the ability to what? Any problem or ailment. To solve any problem or ailment. SHILAJIT is gilsonite, better known as the mineral pitch or gilsonite. This is what they're mining in Dragon City, Utah. Increases sexual potency, strengthens the male reproductive systems, increases libido, helps avoid impotency and premature ejaculation, man. Oh, you going strong, my noggin? Prevents and cures diabetes. Man, my pops died from diabetes, man. And all I needed was the SHILAJIT. Rest in power, pops. It maintains the blood sugar level. Solves bone-related problems. It strengthens the bones. Osteoporosis, all that. Solves problems like arthritis, joint pains, spiritual enlightenment. We're talking renewal, man. Rejuvenation. Anti-aging. Regeneration from the degeneration. We're talking regenerative properties. Spiritual enlightenment. The burst of energy opens all blocked chakra points. Come on, man. Hold up, man. Where's my Dragonglass, man? Yeah, I got a little tiny piece of Dragonglass I'm holding here, man. I just had to hold it right quick. It opens with a burst of energy all blocked chakra points, man. So this is the opposite of the serpent, right? Because this is opening your chakra points with a burst of energy, my naga. Dragon energy. The serpent is impersonal and unconscious, just now coming into consciousness. Now it's bursting into consciousness. But the Dragonglass Obsidian bursts you into consciousness naturally. It gives you that protection naturally, right? We're just talking about a protector from the negative vibration, keeps away dark spirits. We're talking about the power. Huh? Volcanoes, my naga. The powerful protector. Who's in the volcanoes, though? Who's chilling in these volcanoes, though? Yeah, man. Fourth wave. And this is what the Christians trying to make to symbolize hell, right? Or is it just a dragon lair where dragons are resting, mineralizing, crystallizing, ready to coon, ready to pop off? What it do, man? Free Phoenix, man. Say it with me. Say it with me, my naga. When it comes to a dragon, you're talking about renewal, which is why they're doing what? They're doing what? In Spain and Italy and France and England, what is the Queen doing? What have they been doing for anti-aging? They partake of it against accidents of old age, man. To prolong their lives and make their intellect subtle beyond all estimation. Opus Magus, 1266. You look it up. This is out of a document called Prester John and the Gypsies. Or we're just talking Egyptsies. I think we're talking about accidents of old age. I think I'm talking about renewal. I think we're talking about rejuvenation, anti-aging against accidents of old age. So this anti-aging, high energy, biogenerative properties of obsidian, SHILAJIT, promotes cell regeneration, promotes maintenance of old cells, rejuvenation properties, regenerative properties, effective for problems like tissue generation, degeneration, energy synthesis, promotes metabolism of proteins, vitamins, results in a high energy release. Don't you need some energy, my nigga? Are we finding something that the Creator's giving us that right? Because I don't have this written down on no notes to look up SHILAJIT. I've never seen this before. I'm looking at it for the first time with you at this moment that you're surfing the wave live in the ether, my nigga. because we all need this rejuvenation. We all need this high energy release. We need energy synthesis, right? We need blood purification, enhancing our immune system and circulation, I mean, shout out to all my Nagas, man. We all need that potency, right? So that we can pop off in real time. And have generation after generation be fruitful and multiply, right? Libido. I mean, dodge all hijacks, right? Prevents and cures diabetes. Come on, we're talking about maintaining the blood sugar level. Solves all bone issues, man. Arthritis, joint pains, osteoporosis, all that. Spiritual enlightenment, my naga. Burst of energy opens all blocked chakra points. So anything that's jamming up your energy, didn't I say the same thing about Obsidian? Cloaks your aura from the negative vibes. Opens all blocked chakra points. What do we get right here? Mask my soul from negative energy. Overcome stress, anxiety. Oh, manifest love, right? We're just talking about potency. Front line protection, my knock. Talking chakras, right? I prefer my root chakra to be open and flowing rather than blocked. Right? So we talking Obsidian, my naga, or we talking SHILAJIT? It's the same damn thing, right? Burst of energy opens all blocked chakra points, man. Wow. I think we got a lot more to dig on with this SHILAJIT. I mean, the investigation really is just getting started. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow. Allahu. That's all we can say, man. Allahu. That we could surf this wave, man, in real time, in full effect, man. I'm with it, man. I'm with it with y'all, I'm just playing around, seeing if we can get any hard hits. Yeah, when you start seeing stuff like this, how under wraps this thing is, man. I keeps taking us to Manasseh, huh? Manasseh Mascara. BB Concept. So they're working on Obsidian Mascara, my nugget? That's cray. Hey, I mean, might be some nice protection, though. And if you could put it in a mascara, can you do lots of other stuff with it, right? Put it in your hair. You know what I mean? Hey, who knows, man? Skin enhancer, right? Obsidian lotions. Uh-huh. What's this Manasseh 7, though? That's interesting. I mean, y'all Aquas, let me know, man, if y'all heard about this Manasseh 7 before. So we're looking up SHILAJIT and Obsidian, and we get mascara. That's all we getting is mascara, huh? I guess we got some more digging to do. Interesting, though, that it can be mascara, so it gives us some more ideas, man, how to crystallize the tribe. You know what I mean? Can we do different things, man? I mean, look, Now look, you can actually buy SHILAJIT. Huh? You just didn't know what to look for, my naga. My naga, you can buy SHILAJIT. And then you can, do your thing with it, right? You can, mix it in this, do this, do your recon with it, but detoxifies the body and acts as an antioxidant, improves brain functions, immune system, same thing, anti-inflammatory, anti-aging effect, antifungal, antiviral. We've never heard of SHILAJIT, my naga. They don't do this in the hood. I'm in Inglewood. We ain't supposed to be talking about SHILAJIT. The connection with this and Obsidian and Dragonglass, man. You kidding me, man? Anti-aging, man. Against accidents of old age. Say it with me. Renewal. We're just talking dragons, right? Okay. All right. This is the drop, my naga. Wow. Look up. 25 grams, my naga. All right. You could probably make this yourself. I know you can. I know we can. Wow, okay. So we getting ideas, man. We popping off right now. We just talking about anti-aging, right? We're talking about Dragonglass. Again, one more time, we're talking about the SHILAJIT, anti-aging. They're telling us better known as gilsonite. And we're just digging on Dragon, Utah. That's only a gilsonite mining camp founded in 1888. And we're surfing the wave, man. Real time. I put myth sometimes because that's when they tell you, oh, well, there's a myth that this went down. But that helps me sometimes. I get some hard hits, man. We've learned to surf the wave, man. An unusual Utah resource. Gilsonite is a naturally occurring solid black, lightweight, solid black, right? Obsidian, lightweight, organic material that originates from the solidification of petroleum. What's petroleum really? What's this oil about? Are we just talking dragon oil? The dull, black appearance of weathered gilsonite resembles coal, whereas the surface of freshly broken gilsonite is shiny and resembles obsidian. They tell you if you get like some type of poisoning, sometimes you could eat coal because it's going to absorb the poison. You know what I'm saying? Interesting, right? Coal, obsidian, gilsonite. And I'm talking about the pure coal. I ain't talking about just the coal from the store, you know what I mean, that contains sometimes fecal matter. You gotta be careful what kind of coal you're getting, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about that real pure coal. So gilsonite is distinguished by its solubility in organic solvents. So it's very soluble in solvents, low density, brown streak when rubbed on paper. Solid hydrocarbons like gilsonite are called asphaltites and are found in oil-bearing sedimentary basins. Man, again, what it got to do with the dragon oil, dragon glass, commonly as veins associated with oil shale. There are dozens of asphaltite deposits around the world, and many of them have been mined. However, the gilsonite variety is relatively rare in the large size of Utah. And the large size of Utah deposits makes them unique. So there's a lot of this super protective anti-aging substance in Judah. So they say gilsonite is added to oil and gas well drilling mud to stabilize the borehole and decrease friction. Well, we got a lot of applications, but you just got to call it something different. Even though it's better known as gilsonite, you got to call it what it is. SHILAJIT. Then you're getting the actual drop. Because they say it's good for everything. This is effective for any problem, man. Right? But they try to give us their, uses and, different things. All right, waterproofing, adhesive, paint-like mixtures of gilsonite. Solvents and other additives are used to coat and seal asphalt pavements like driveways, parking lots. Prices of gilsonite vary from $250 to $1,800 per ton, depending on whether it is pulverized. So, can we get, a couple tons of gilsonite on the land? Maybe you can cut a deal and start, using it for different purposes. Now that we know that gilsonite is simply SHILAJIT, better known as gilsonite, effective for any problem, anything. Okay. Found in dozens of long vertical northwest trending veins, man. We're talking the earth, right? We're talking about the blood of the earth. They got to tap into the veins to get to the blood, right? The renewal, right? The blood of the dragon. The universal spirit is the blood of the dragon. The spirit is the blood of that dragon. The spirit is the blood of that dragon. The spirit is the blood, the renewal. They're eating your dragons. They prepare the flesh against accidents of old age. So at the end of the day, man, all we're talking about is renewal. And they got to tap into the veins to get to the blood, knowing that the spirit or the ruach is the blood of the dragon. Tapping in the veins in a 60-mile by 30-mile area of the Uinta Basin in Judah. The veins vary in width from fractions of an inch So in order for them to find more oil, they just got to tap into more veins of mama, right? The veins, man. The veins vary from fraction to an inch to almost 18 feet. So it might be small, it might be as large as 18 feet, but average about 3 to 6 feet. 3 to 6, 3 plus 6, 9. We're just talking dracon. The continuity of the veins is impressive. They stretch in long, straight ribbons across the hills in the Unitah Basin. These veins are commonly several miles long, and the longest vein system in the basin extends 24 miles. The Gilsonite veins are also vertically continuous for hundreds to as much as 2,000 feet or more, commonly with only one small variation in vein width. The veins are usually rooted in the Green River oil shale. Green River, huh? So they are more vertically extensive to the northwest, where they are not as deeply eroded. The oil shale depth contours of the accompanying figure indicate potential depth of the veins. So they talk about gilsonite veins found in tertiary aged, Tertiaryaged. They're saying it's 36 million years old to 57 million years old. So, you're talking dinosaur age, or you're talking dragons, right? So the gilsonite or SHILAJIT or obsidian veins or dragon veins, my naga. Are they just tapping into dragon veins, man? Sedimentary formations in the basin. These formations, in order from oldest to youngest, are Wasatch. So here's where the dragon veins are, man. Here's where the veins are. Wasatch, Green River, Unitah, Dutchins River, Duchesne. The veins are best developed in the thick sandstones of the upper Green River and lower Unitah formations, and tend to split and be less continuous in mudstone, marl, and discontinuous channel sandstones. In Wasatch Formation, gilsonite is exposed only in veins as the easternmost edge of the gilsonite field, where the strata are more deeply eroded. The first documented mining of gilsonite was in 1868, when a blacksmith asked a local Native Americans to find coal for his forge, the gilsonite. So this is the story, and they sticking to it. They asked them a naga to get some coal. The gilsonite that they mistakenly brought him, right? Or did they just bring him something like coal, right? So the gilsonite that they brought him reportedly melted, caught fire, and flowed out of the forge and almost burned down the blacksmith's shop. The unusual material also caught the attention of many. So instead of it being cold, they lit that thing on fire, and it damn near blew everything the hell up. This material also caught the attention of many of the new immigrants in the area who staked claims on the veins. Blood on the roots, my knock. Blood on the roots. They're staking claim to the veins of the Dracons. They're staking claim to the veins of Mama. They say some might be, a few inches. Some might be up to 18 feet. That's a big ass dragon. 18 feet with veins is a big ass dragon. Then they got smaller dragons. They just got to drill down in narrow holes and tap in to the veins of these Dracons. And they're coming in, these new immigrants or these invaders are staking claims on the veins, even before it was clear what the material was and how it might be used. two early prospectors, Bert Seabolt and Samuel Gilsonite, right, experimented with the Gilsonite, developed uses for it, and secured financing for development. So they ain't looking for gold, they're looking for that liquid gold, my nigga, because it's good for everything, right? For development, Gilson's enthusiasm and promotional ability resulted in a newly discovered material being named after him. Its formal mineralogical name is unitaite. Uintaite. And they start going into the shipments. First, I mean, look, we got 3 names for this stuff, you know. It's probably more. You know, you got Gilsonite, you got this unitite, and you got this, you know what I'm saying, SHILAJIT. Good for any problem, right? Anti-aging. You got Obsidian, that's 4. You got Dragonglass, that's 5. Got all kind of names, man. White Killer, that's 6. All right. All right. Unitite. I mean, I'm sure not too many people are putting this in Google, man. A pure form of asphalt. So they're not even going to tell you it's connected to Gilsonite. Not unless you dig on it. They're not going to tell you it's connected to Obsidian and Dragons, not unless you dig on it. A pure form of asphalt mined in the Uinta Mountains, they're talking Utah, and used to soften petroleum products. That's all they're going to tell you, right? They're not going to tell you all these other benefits. Anti-aging, rejuvenation, I can't say it. Early synthesis, energy synthesis, blood purification, sexual potency, cures diabetes, solves bone-related problems, spiritual enlightenment, unblocking your chakras, my nigga. All of them. All of them. They just gonna say used to soften petroleum products, paints and inks. Wow. Manufacture paints, varnishes, waterproofing. So you say, oh, okay. Okay, cool. Got it. That's it. All right. Oh, now you can look into the Gilsonite Company. The American Dragon Vein Company. I mean, I didn't know there was an American Gilsonite Company, you know. Oh boy. Wow. So, we know what they're digging up, right? Only found in northeastern Utah. If it doesn't come from American Gilsonite Company, it isn't Gilsonite. So they got the block on lock. On our land, they're controlling our minerals, our natural minerals on our own land. Imagine if the Naga controlled Gilsonite. Come on, man. I mean, for the dismount, man. This has gotten too good, man. You know what I'm saying? We might have to do a part 2 to this, digging on Gilsonite, but just imagine if the meteors, my bad. My bad. Imagine if the dragons controlled our own minerals. The meteors. Nah, man. I'm just playing, man. Imagine if the Prestors controlled our own Gilsonite / SHILAJIT. The Presters. I mean the meteors. The meteors. I mean, meteors, hey, what's the difference, right? Meteor, Prester, Dragon, Meteor, Dragon. Imagine if the dragons control your own minerals, male or female, man or woman. You are a dragon or a meteor. I like to call us Presters. And we'll be getting back on this Prester John investigation. Prester John and the Gypsies might be a good pickup point. We definitely got to dig on the San Benyan River. For sure, we're going to, touch back on this Kofar. Get back in this David Rumsey map. So much more to see. I was going to go into the Kofar this time around, but, I'm going to wait and dig on Kofar-al-Turak, and the Prester John 57. I mean, we might as well take it there, man, because we got to get to the bottom. Bottom of the map. Yeah, man. All these lands beyond the pole, though. What's this? Leviathan, my night. Patalia. Were we just digging on Patalia? Wait, time out, man. Y'all remember last drop? When I kept saying Patalia, but it was Patasia. And we were live and you kept saying, drop, put in Patasia. But I kept putting in Patalia. Who remembers that? And now we see a Patalia. Let's go. Let me zoom back a little bit, man. It's getting too good, man. We're finding that in Antarctica, my nigga, right? The same Antarctica that surrounds us. Look at all this land in Antarctica, my nigga. Okay. This is Patalia. Who's that over there? It's getting too good, man. I got the super zoom on right now. Oh, man. Is that Terra Vista we was looking at? Oh, there we go. Who's that, man? That's the homie? Yeah, we're going to get back on this and press the John 57. Look out for it. They got this bluish shade, but you can see through it still, and you see that there's this one eye situation. We've been digging on with this Dajjal. And, for those that, might not really have a comprehension of how this investigation works, you know what I'm saying? And I know we ruffle a lot of feathers when we talk different things, whether we're talking Christianity or Islam, but hey, we got to break our spell. We are here to investigate. Can you dig it? So we're not going to look through the same lens as you've been looking all your life or for whatever period of time that you've been looking. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we're not going to, come at it from the same comprehension or the same perspective. We're going to empty our cups and we're going to investigate and we're going to surf the wave and ask questions that you've never asked before about things you think you know. So when we talk Dajjal, I know that from a Muslim perspective, it might seem like Muslims don't talk about David. Why would you call Dajjal David? You know? Are you saying that? Oh, man. I mean, I'm just looking at, every time I look at this, it's brand new land I've never seen before on this map, man. Let's go down, though. Let's check out the situation happening here, man. Oh, Levant, huh? Where's the Levant region again? Where's the Levant region again, man? So yeah, when we approach Dajjal, we're not asking the same questions that you might think, oh, okay, we don't talk about David. We don't talk bad about David. We're not calling David no Antichrist, brother. I'm not saying you are, man. All right, don't be sensitive about this drop. I'm not saying you are. We're not saying you are. Let's be clear. We're saying that perhaps this is something for you to investigate. That although you don't think David is Dajjal, is David Dajjal? Is David the so-called Antichrist in your religion behind closed doors? Is this who you've been avoiding? This is why the Christian can't really talk too much about King David without blowing up their spot that David will rise again and that there is no need for another Mashiach when David is already rising again as one shepherd, my nigga, my nagas. Ezekiel 37, Ezekiel 34, one shepherd. Jeremiah 30, whom I will raise up for you, whom I will raise up, King David. So we're not saying that you think David is bad. We're saying that in your religion, is it encoded in areas that you might not be privy to who this Dajjal really is? And are we breaking the code? Not that you personally feel some way about David. The Christian won't say nothing bad about David. They can't. The Muslim won't say nothing bad about David. You can't. But it doesn't mean that your religion isn't anti-David and anti-Hawa. You don't want to admit that your belief system might be anti the real thing. But we've been digging on these links between Dajjal, Dajjal, and this one-eyed or blind in the right eye Prester John image we got here, along with all this other drop. I said something's going on with his eyeball, man, right? Prester John. Ethiopia, which one, man? And that's when we start talking about, Dajjal and different things like that, man. And, got a couple links on that we'll get more, next time, when we pick up in the investigation. But, just to do a quick recap, when we deal with the sources that are all pretty much saying the same thing. That this Dajjal verify he is not blind of one eye. So make sure he's not blind of one eye, because why? The Dajjal is blind of right eye, as if eye is like a swollen grape. Right. Right eye, right? And they say you got this army of demons. Army of demons translates to army of dragons. And the kicker became this kafar situation. You know what I mean? Where, you know, not only is he blind in the right eye, right? The right eye, ka. But when you talk about this kafir, actually, let's get it from here, man. Sunnah.com. That when people mentioned before, Ibn Abbas, that the Dajjal would have the word kafir, right? Kafir, written on his head bone, his forehead. Kafir, written on his forehead, loved to spit fire, did some great recon on it. You know, really started digging on this Dajjal kafir situation, blind in one eye. Which eye is disputed, which is interesting because, you know what I'm saying, some try to drop love to eat you his life, dropping great drop. Dajjal would have the word kafir. They say it means unbeliever, but let's get to it, because if it means unbeliever, then unbelieving what? If we're talking about Islam, then it means you're unbelieving in the Mohammedan powers, the Mohammedan entities, right? So these Hebrews or these Kofars or Kafirs or a certain breed of Negro, because the letters kafir, right, love to spit fire, seems to, in our investigation, connect directly with a racial slur to refer to black Africans or specifically Negroes. So we say, does he have the word kafir or the word Negro with his one eye? His kafir, you know, literally written across his head bone? Or does it symbolize this breed of Naga that he is? How Dajjal would look, they say. Ruddy white. Okay. Dajjal's left eye would be defective and green. So before they say, well, it's debated which eye, this gives you a green coloration, my naga. Huh? Okay. Yeah, we're going to pick up on this in Pressure John 57. I'm just letting you know where we're going. You know what I mean? Dajjal would have long and curly hair so that his locks would look like snakes hanging from his head. Lots of them coiled together, my naga. Coiled locks. Okay. Come on, man. Oh, David is not kafir. Does David got locks? Does David got One eye may be green. We're just investigating without any bias, without any immersion, over immersion into the subject. We're just coming at it with a pure water perspective, literally surfing the wave, man, because he got this curly hair, right? Some of them say his hair is not too curly and not too this. Well, that describes many Negroes, right? Because our hair might not be as kinky or curly or nappy, they say, as, brothers and sisters, right on the continent of Africa, right? We might have a different lineage that, we have different genetics. It doesn't mean that we were mixed out by the white man. It means we're another tribe that was found right here, the indigenous Amarakan originals connected with Mu. And we come in different shades of this copper tone, carbon, and our hair, has all different, complexities to it, man. So we know that we cover a lot of variations in hair, textures, definitely our actual complexion, they try to say reddy, what's copper, a peculiar red. Got it. So Dejah also got locks. Okay. Let's key in on this word kafir again. Kafir. And the question is kafir simply referring to black? Is kafir simply referring to Negro? Okay. Or is kafir referring to, in the Lost Tribes and Promised Land, page 28, are we simply just talking about the Kofar-al-Turak, which they spell Kofar? So dodge the vowels. Kofar-al-Turak. And here's how you start connecting things for the dismount, man. How we doing, man? Ahab to the real ones, man. We surfing the wave in real time, man. Ahab, man. Wave surfers only around here, man. All right, perfect. Let's do a dismount right now. Let's get it. Benjamin of Tudela describes a relationship he had heard about between 4 of the lost tribes and a nomad. Remember the tents of Prester John? A nomad people called Kofar-al-Turak. So these nomad people called Kafir on the Central Asian steeps. The Kafir, right? He got Kafir written across his head bone, right? Kafir, which happens to also be a racial slur called Negro, but specifically probably refers to these dark skin, copper tone, copper color Nagas called the Kofar-al-Turak. Torah. What's it got to do with the Torah? Their purported relationship with some of the lost tribes resembles that of Prester John and could have something to do with the making of his legend. What is the Kafir? What does the Kafir have to do with the legend of Prester John? With the one-eyed Dejah, blind in the right eye, Ka? What is the Kofir? Evidently were not Christians, even though they make them Nestorians. But their purported relationship with some of the lost tribes resembles that of Prester John Manag. And then what they do is they try to turn the Kafir into some wide-nosed, wild Mongols, right? They try to demonize us, even though they're the whites. Benjamin is one of the few writers in the Middle Ages who gives an account of the subjects of Prester John. So instead of them resembling Prester John, he makes them subjects of Prester John. Infidels, sons of ghouls. Oh man. Templar just dropped some drop on this connecting it with this land of Uz or Oz. Okay, some people like to try to call what we do wordplay. Oh, you got ghouls, now you got ooze, now you got Oz. Nah, my naga, it's called surfing the wave. It's called investigating, looking at it from all perspectives, all angles, man. Emptying your cup so you can see clearly how this connects with the philology, which is the study of words and languages. And who's the Kafir Kofar? Wild, flat-nosed Mongols. I mean, do we have to go back into who the Mongols are? That the Mongols simply means the great ones. So the great ones with wild, flat noses. Right. The great ones with wide, flat noses, man, kind of remind me of these dragons. The Presters, right? The meteors. The dragons popping off. The fiery ones. The people that have been invaded that are now called fierce and violent or looters or thugs. These people, male and female, because they've been invaded, they've been fierce. Tecumseh's been fierce against the hijack. This man or woman is a dragon. Quetzalcoatl, Prester, 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 Prester John. A meteor thrown from the clouds with such violence, man. A dragon coming down with such violence that by collision it's set on fire. Prester, dragon. Prester. Or Dajjal, because this meteor might be called demon. To the learned ones, I'm talking about the secret groups that are knowing what's going on that the layman Muslim might not know, or the layman Christian, even if you're studying Christianity and Islam. If you ain't been digging on the Kafir or the Kofar, my noggin, you might have some explaining to do. Because that might be where you need to pick up, digging on the Kafir Kofar-al-Turak. Now, who's this goose? Who's the Wizard of Oz or Ooze? Is it wordplay or is it play? Or is it the real spill? The wild, flat-nosed Mongols, right? These great ones seem to remind us of something. The Presters seem to remind us of the Americans, man. Come on, man. You know what we're looking for. You know how we do about this time. We're making a dismount. They remind us of the Americans, which is the Khan, priest king, Khan, Wang Khan, native of America, the originals, or copper-colored Nagas. This red ruddy, this peculiar red, right? Yeah, when you talk copper, you're talking a peculiar red, man. You're talking about the copper mining. You're talking about the obsidian. Pure copper. A peculiar red color, right? So when you talk red, you're talking copper by default. Indian red, right? Ruddy, peculiar red. I mean, hey man, you're just staying on path, man, with the peculiar red, right? With peculiar red himself, El Presta Red. Come on, man. Love to the Templar, man. We just surfing the wave, talking to Kafirs and Kofirs, man, and peculiar reds, man. Copper colored Nagas. Wild, flat nose, Mongol hordes, right? Worship the wind. They live in the wilderness, right? All this stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Living in the wilderness, worshiping the wind, they say, man. But what they say over here, man, when you talk about a whole list of ethnic slurs, they're going to tell you straight up when you deal with kafir, just so you know we're not tripping with the kofir. When you talk kafir or kufar, so you know how the vowels are changing, you're just talking a black person. Kafir, a non-Muslim, man, regardless of race. So they want to tell us that the kafir has nothing, it just means non-believer. The kafir over the forehead just means non-believer. It has nothing to do with the slang, talking about a black person, right? They used it during apartheid. Or we just talking about someone who's not rocking with Muhammad? I mean, how many wars was Prester John having against the sultans? How many wars was Prester John having against all these Mohammedans? He was known for whooping up, you know what I mean, on these Mohammedan tribes. Even Genghis Khan was known for whooping up on the Mohammedan tribes. And they would all be called Kafirs. They would all be called Kafirs. But check it, it says a member of a people inhabiting the Hindu Kush Mountains. They try to put in Afghanistan, right? But you know where the real drop is happening. Don't make me pull out the Hyborian war map, man. Where's Afghanistan? Where's Iranistan? Connected to Peru, connected to South America on the Hyborian war map. We're just talking the Hindu Kush Mountains. Hey, man, we got to do it, man. Sorry, y'all. We got to do this. We got to do it for the dismount, and we're going to do it for the home team, man. A peculiar red, man. Can you just say it with me? Can everyone say it together, man, one time for the dismount? Can my balcony servers yell it right off the balcony, man? Can we yell it out together, man? Hyborian. So this is your Pangea connection. That's for Africa. This is your South America. This is your Amazon. This is your Black Kingdoms, right? This is your Peru. Connected to Timbuktu. Here's Kush, my naga. Here's the Kushic Sea, right? Stagia. You know, you got Luxor. You got all the Egypt drop. You got Kim right here. Kim, Argos, all the way into Pikland, my naga. Divided into 12 tribes. You got Samaria right here, my naga. Then you got your Asgards and all that other stuff. Over here is where your Africa is, my naga. All right, this is your Timbuktu. This is your Punt. This is your Zimbabwe. Go to Africa over there. You have absolutely nothing but Vindia and desert, right? What are they trying to tell us in this reality simulation made in Arizona? A simulation of reality. Whose reality? Reality? Where's Kush? We're talking about the Hindu Kush Mountains. Khan? Where's Kush? Shem? Where's Shem? Where's Iranistan? Connected to Zimbabwe. Right over the Thoth Amon Spellberry. Iranistan, Persia is right over the Thoth Amon Spellberry. We're just talking South America and the land of no return. Lands beyond the pole. That reminds me of that Patalia drop, because then we see, hey man, for the dismount. It's getting too good to us, y'all. I mean, you gotta forgive us for these long drops. It's just getting too good for us, man. Too good to us, man, in real time. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can see this Patalia. Because y'all kept saying, it's Patasia. And I kept putting in Patalia, and I didn't know why. Oh, come on, man. There we go. There we go. Scroll this down a little bit. Let's go up this way. Let's go over here to a land called Patalia. And remember, man, we just talking about, you know what I'm saying, Dragon City, Utah. Look at all these dragons on this map. We're talking about the Kofar and why this is so important to dig on. And why are we talking about Patalia? Hey, I've never seen Patalia on this map, so why are we talking about Patalia? The land of dragons, it looked like to me. Let's go beyond the ice wall right quick. We're just surfing the wave on a dismount. We gotta find that land of Patalia again, man. Let's just do it together. I keep saying Patalia, but they said Patasia. Let's see. How many lands beyond the poles? Uh-oh. For the dismount. For some reason, I was looking up Patalia, and y'all kept being like, Patasia drop. It's Patasia. Is it, man? Oh, man. It's just getting too good to us, man. Is it Patasia, man? Or are we still just talking about Hyborian? Tab surfing in real time, man. David Rumsey got a lot of drop, man. A lot of maps, man, on deck. All right, we found our way back. All right, so this is Patalia. All right. Notice the location. Get past them dragons. Come back into what we call the known world. Into lands we think we know. Right here you see Tartar and Zagatai. Oh, man. Hey, Ty Battle got the drop, man. She dropped the Zagatai link. We just running into Zagatai now, Ty Battle, man. We're going to do it like this, man. Oh, man, I don't even know. I mean, I got it up somewhere, man. You know, we got a bunch of Zagatai links, man. Now, Zagatai is supposed to be like Genghis Khan's son. Y'all ever hear about that? The country became a portion of Jagatai or Zagatai, the son of Genghis Khan. Without even going into it, man. You see what we're talking about, right? Love to. Ty Battle brought this out. You know what I'm saying? Ty Battle brought this out. This country, talking Asia Central, right? Asia, right? Became Zagatai, the son of Genghis Khan. It was governed by a succession of the descendants of Timur till the year 1683. When did they discover America? So they were in America, Genghis Khan and his son and them, governing into 1683. Managa. Where's Zagatai? Remember this map? This is 1543. 1548. What do you see here? Zagatai. Florida, Mexico, Zagatai. China, India, Superior, Cathay. Come on, man. Florida, Zagatai, Mangi, Tangu. Let's go down. Tierra del Fuego. Hotlands, Antarctica, baby. Zagatai, baby. Zagatai is the son of Genghis Khan, baby. And here we see Zagatai right here. Zagatai. Letting you know that this Zagatai is really where? Zagatai is really right here in North America. And North America is really Asia. Does North America really exist? Or is it just Asia? Disguised as North America. Zagatai. Okay. Well, we got very interesting peculiarities, man. We dig on Patalia as well. I mean, isn't this mind-blasting drop? And look at where Pattaya is. It's outside the barrier, right? Let's go back. Let's get our dismount here so I can get my tea and warm it up. All right, so we got some of the known land you think you know. All right. Down. You have this Pattaya outside the barrier. Same as right here. Let's pull this back up. So Pattaya, we know, is outside the barrier. I don't know why I kept calling it Pattaya, but I kept calling it Pattaya. And everyone kept saying it's Pattaya drop. Is it Pattaya? Is it Pattaya? I mean, either way, it's interesting, I'll tell you that. But there is a Pattaya outside the barrier. And there's a Pattaya right outside the ice wall, right outside the barrier. Something to meditate to. And we'll dig on it much further, much further, much further. Just remember, man, we're just talking about that Kofar, that Kofir, that Kafir. And they just tuning in all over the plane. Zagatai, Genghis Khan's son. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? So, it's been an interesting dig, digging on this Gilsonite connection, man, with the Obsidian reality. The SHILAJIT, opening all your chakras. Anti-aging. Say it with me one more time. We're just talking renewal, my knock. Pattaya. They keep freezing this page, man. They trying to freeze us out, man. Trying to freeze us out. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Worlds beyond a pole. All this land is what you need to meditate on, man. Even got a land named Horus. Looking like Lord of the Rings, you know what I mean? All seeing eye over here, man. Atlantis, Lemuria, Pattaya. Or we're just talking again, Pattaya. And are we talking Kafirs or are we talking Kofirs, man? Are we just talking Zagatini? We're talking the Kofar. That resemble the Prester John flow. The Kofar were not Christians, and their relationship with the lost tribes resemble that of Prester John. They tried to turn us into wild, flat-nosed Mongols. But we know we're talking the great ones, right? And in this book right here, the masterpieces of Hebrew literature by Kurt Laviant. It's talking about the Kofar-al-Turak Kofar-al-Turak and its relationship with these tribes, right? These Jews or these Hebrews. We're talking Benjamin and Tudela, so we got to be talking to Hebrew. They took counsel. The Hebrews took counsel, resolved to propitiate the king on account of the Hebrews who were in exile in his empire. Then the king entered their land with an army, stayed there 15 days, and they showed him much honor, and also sent a dispatch to the Kafir, and their allies, or their allies. So these Kofir are the allies of the Hebrews, which is also letting you know that these Hebrews, or this Mashiach of the Hebrews, is the Kafir, is this allied confederacy that's fighting against these other powers, these other energies that are killing all the Jews. Muhammad's lining them up, slaying Hebrews. Zeus, Zeus, the powers of this Caesar, this Zeus Caesar is lining them up. Everybody's against the Kafir. Everybody is against the Kofar-al-Turak. Why? Thereby the latter occupied the mountain pass in force with a large army composed of all those who dwelt in that desert. And when the king of Persia went forth to fight, that's right, the Sultan, the Persians, the Mohammedan tribes wanted to fight against the Kofar. They placed themselves in battle array against them. The Kofar army was victorious. So these wild, wide-nosed Mongols were whooping up on Persian Medes and all that. And these tribes that resemble Prester John and them were victorious and slew many Persian hosts. And the king of Persia fled, man. They got up out of there with only a few followers in his country, to his country. This is why they demonized the Kofar, the Kefir. This is why it became a racial slur, because the Kofar was victorious. The Kofar was victorious, Managa. But their purported relationship with some of the lost tribes resembles that of Prester John. The Kofar was victorious, Managa. The Kefir, right? The Kefir. And what they just say again? That the Kafir occupied the mountain passes in force. The Kafir occupied the mountains. What's this say? The Kafir, right? Because they say, oh, wordplay drop. Kofar is not Kafir, but the Kafir, a people of inhabiting the Hindu Kush mountains. Hindu Kush mountains. Come on, man. The Kafir inhabit the Hindu Kush mountains. Where's Kush? Hyborian. Right here. Right over South America. Right here. Where's Prester John and them? Right over here. Where's the three Indias? Right over here. Hindu Kush mountains, right? The Kafir, Kufar, Kafir, also the Kafir disbelievers, they occupy the mountains. The Kafir occupy the mountains. The mountain passes in force, victorious against these Mohammedans or these Persians or these, whatever you want to call them. Psalms 83, confederacies, Moabites, Ammonites, Jebusites, victorious. So they say, let's turn them into wild, flat-nosed Mongols. Let's turn them into Kafirs, a racial slur used to refer to blacks, certain Negroes that were what? Victorious and slew many of the Persian hosts, which becomes a racial slur about these Kafirs and these Hindu Kush mountainous people. And for the dismount, who was the king of Cush? So we can tie that in the prester of why we're saying that is the Jaw, this one-eyed Jaw, this Kafir, this Kofir. Only just talking about the priest king Prester John. Prester means priest. John means king. Are we talking priest king like Moshe in the book of Jasher? Love to Yosef the Real, who just was kicking this, man, and just bringing us back to it. The Cush, king of Cush. And I'm gonna drop it here so you can dig on it. Moses was 18 years old when he fled from Egypt from the presence of the Pharaoh, and he fled and escaped to the camp of the Kilkianas, which at that time was besieging Cush. Let's go. And Moses was 9 years old in the camp of Kilkianas, king of Cush, all that time that they were besieging Cush. And Moses went out and came in with him, and the king and princes and all the fighting men loved Moses. 9 years in the camp. So at 18, he came out, right? Fighting against him, right? So the fighting men loved Moshe, for he was great and worthy. His stature was like a noble lion. So then you got to know about Moshe. He wasn't just a prophet or a priest. He was a king. He was a noble lion king, my naga. His face was like the sun. His strength was like that of a lion. And he was counselor to the king. Here we go again. Right? Same as Kiliab or Daniel and all this, right? And in the end of 9 years, Kalkianus was seized with a mortal disease, and his illness prevailed over him, and he died the 7th day. So his servants embalmed him, carried him, and buried him opposite the city gate to the north of the land of Egypt. And they built over him an elegant, strong, high building, and they placed great stones below. And the king scribed and engraved upon these stones all the might of their king Kilkianus and all his battles. And behold, they are written there in this day, to this day. And after the death of Kilkianus, king of Cush, it grieved his men and troops greatly on account of the war. So they said to one another, give us counsel that we are to do at this time. And we have resided in the wilderness, right? The mountains, the wilderness. We're talking about the Kofar, the Kafir, the Kofar-al-Turak. We have resided in the wilderness 9 years away from home. If we say we will fight against the city, many of us will fall wounded or be killed. And if we remain here in the siege, we shall also die. For now all the kings of Aram and the children of the east will hear that our king is dead, and they will attack us suddenly in a hostile manner. Now therefore let us go and make a king over us. And let us remain in the siege until the city is delivered upon. And they wished to choose on that day a man for a king from the army of Kilkianus, and they found no object of their choice like Moshe to reign over them. And they hastened and stripped off each man his garment and cast him to the ground, and they made a great heap and placed Moses thereon. And they rose up and blew with trumpets and called out before him and said, may the king live, may the king live. Who? The king of Cush. Right? The king of Cush. Kofar-al-Turak. Kafir. A people inhabiting the Hindu Kush mountains. Cush, right? And Ahab too. A few brothers and sisters that pointed this out when we got this, just in a quick drop. So Ahab, Drop Nation, you on it. We bringing it all together right here for the dismount. All the people of Cush. I'm in the book of Jasher, chapter 72, verse 38 right now. all the people of Cush issued a proclamation on that day saying every man must give something to Moshe of what is his possession. And they spread out a sheet upon the heap, and every man cast it into something of what he had, one gold earring and another coin. So they broke the king off, right? And also onyx stones, bdellium, pearls, marble did the children of Cush, not Israel. Moses was first king of Cush for 40 years before he freed the children of Israel. So he connects to this Hindu Kush, you know what I'm saying, people of the desert whipping up on the sultans and all this. What do you think he was doing when he was king of Kush for 40 years? Why did they say, may the king live, may the king live? We're just talking Moshe. And Moses reigned over the children of Cush on that day, right? Moses reigned over the children of Cush, my naga. In the 55th year of the reign of the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, that is in the 57th year of the Israelites going into Egypt, Moses reigned in Cush. Moses was 27 years old, is it play, when he began to reign over Cush, and 40 years did he reign. And Hawa granted Moshe favor and grace in the eyes of all the children of Cush, and the children of Cush loved him exceedingly. So Moshe was favored by Hawa and by men, priest and king. 40 years he reigned. Moses was king of Cush. Oh, we're just talking Dragon City. Moses is the Kafir, people of the Hindu Kush mountains. King of Kush for 40 years. Hawa made him favored by all the Kushites, all the men. 27 years old is when he took the reign. So between that time and when he was 67, then he got thrown in a dungeon for 10 years by Reuel, his father-in-law. Then after that, did he come out and save Israelites. But what was he doing when he was reigning in Cush for 40 years, my naga? Are we just talking about the Hindu Kush mountains? Hey, man, are we just talking about Patalia? Or are we asking a familiar question at a familiar time about a familiar naga while we surf the wave, man? There's a lot more lands, man, for us to dig on. I mean, Patalia, we just getting started. David Rumsey, for sure, got the drop. Familiar question about a familiar naga with an interesting, connection, with this one-eyed Dejal in the right eye, right? I believe we're seeing clearly, man. Hey, Ahab to the tribe. We'll get more on that Dragon City Obsidian drop. But just remember that you can order that stuff, man, right? You can order the drop, man. You ain't got to wait. You can get the drop right off of Amazon, man. By 100% high quality Obsidian flow. SHILAJIT. Hey, man. Anything better to do but charge up, surf the wave. And what does that Dragonglass do? What's that Dragonglass hit for again? Also capable of killing whites. Hey, I'm just talking about WIGHT. And all we're doing is surfing a wave of possibilities. All praise our creator. Stay Zani, my Nagas. Allah Wa, surf the wave.